Mayor Adams is in Mexico this morning on a mission to discourage migrants from coming to New York.
And there is major action from the White House on the asylum seeker crisis. CBS 2's Elijah Westbrook joins us live from City Hall in Lower Manhattan with more on this. Elijah?
That's right. Certainly lots of new developments coming from this trip here. Chris and Mary, good morning to the both of you. Today technically marks day 2 of Mayor Adams on this trip here south of the border, where he's really getting an understanding of the flow of migrants and how it's impacting us right here in New York City. Go ahead and take a look. This was him just yesterday, essentially moving from meeting to meeting with Mexican leaders in hopes of reversing course on the problem. His goal, he says, is to spread the gospel, if you will, that there's no more room here in the city and that New York is not the so-called promised land. Well, the mayor at one point meeting with Sister Magda, you see there, who runs a shelter for migrant women and children, and participated in a roundtable discussion with Mexican business leaders. But it was during a fireside chat about migrants with the CEO of AT&T Mexico that he made his most frank remarks about the problems facing American cities, issues that are destabilizing them, including the one he runs, New York.
We are at capacity, and many people believe when you enter New York City, you're going to automatically have a job, you automatically are going to be living in a hotel, and there's just a climate that's there, and it's just not a reality. Far too many people are living in congregate settings.
Now, Mayor Adams also spoke about a major change in course from the White House, which is now saying 18-foot high steel panels will be constructed along a 20-mile stretch along the Rio Grande in Texas, aimed at stopping scenes like this here, where hundreds of migrants raced to the U.S. border Tuesday night. President Biden said while he didn't want to build a wall, he has no choice because of a law Congress passed back in 2019.
They have to use the money for what it was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
And back out here live, going back to Mayor Adams again. Today technically marks day 2 of his trip south of the border. We're learning that he will be visiting Ecuador and Colombia, and he'll be visiting specifically what's called the Darien Gap. If you're familiar with it, it's a dangerous jungle. Technically, a lot of migrants pass through in order to get here to the United States, or at least to the border. So we will be throughout the day following his movements, and of course keep you posted right here on CBS 2. And that's the very latest from City Hall in Lower Manhattan. I'm Elijah Westbrook. Chris, Mary, let's send it back to you.
Elijah, thank you.